Hey everybody, Hake here. We are on episode 16 of Dusty Fans. Last week we did this tiny Gigabyte 960, and now we are doing the GTX 760 dual FTW or for the wind. And we saw a huge temperature drop with and even performance increase with the cleaning. So let's jump into it and see what we had here. So this is definitely an older card, so we kind of expect that there's going to be a pretty big temperature drop typically because we have old thermal paste, we've got old thermal pads. I actually don't know how many thermal pads, I think maybe just one. But you can see we're up, 26 points, 33 frames per second. So I think if I remember correctly, that 960 from before, that was at like 37 36 frames per second, and that was a 960. So these FTW cards, they're special cards. I think the chips are specifically picked because they do really well and they're overclocked a little bit more than the other types of cards. So the FTW models are usually one of my favorites. We can see here, what's interesting is from the outside, it doesn't look that dusty, but you'll see in the photos it actually does get pretty dusty. So also, none of the little plastic coverings were taken off, so I ripped those off, which was very satisfying. And the card literally looks brand new because those have been on since whoever owned it before. So if we jump into the media here, let's just scroll through. Yeah, you can barely see a little bit of dust here. There, from the outside, it actually didn't look so bad, but ripping this card open, you're going to see, yeah, there's a lot of dust buildup. I don't know if they blew it out because I get these cards off eBay. A lot of times they just blow the cards out to make them look better than they are, and it just like pushes all the dust into places where you can't see it. A few bent fins, but overall, the card was in good shape. It just needed to be cleaned. So yeah, even on the underside of the fan shroud here, pretty bad. The fan blades, pretty bad. I mean, this type of stuff doesn't matter too much, but it's really those fins in the heatsink that are just totally clogged up. It had this little metal bracket here, didn't really do anything, just covered like a portion of the card that didn't really have much on it. There were no thermal pads on that thing. And then there was some sticky, gooey residue at the end here, which came off really nice. So you can see this is after the cleaning. The card always looks immaculate. It's so good. It's interesting when they put the power ports kind of in the middle of the card. They left all this extra space on the end. So kind of an interesting design here. Fan shroud, or not fan shroud, heatsink with the metal fins here cleaned up real good. Usually always does. Here you can see the FTW looking beautiful. And then, yeah, all put back together. And huge benefit from this cleaning. So if we look through here, we don't have hotspot temperature because that started with the 900 series cards, but we do see the max temperature and the average temperature. There's a big change here. So that's awesome to see. We did see, just a small average clock speed and the fan speeds. It's almost always the fan speeds. It's rare. What I'm noticing is it's pretty rare, at least the cards that I'm getting, where it's actually being thermal throttled. It does happen, but it's pretty rare. And most of the time, we're just going to see cooler GPUs with lower fan speeds. And I think, that's kind of how they build them, where they just get louder and noisier when you're gaming, but it can still cool the card sufficiently where you're not seeing like thermal throttles. And maybe if the benchmark was like an hour long, we might see some thermal throttles. So if you're gaming for a long time, you might start to see those thermal throttles. But everything looked really good here. We can see, as usual, it's basically just cooler the whole way through. Clock speeds, visually, you can actually see a little bit of an improvement here. And then power draw. Sometimes you might see it go down a little bit just because the fans have to spin less, but for the most part, very similar. And then, yeah, the fan speed is just better the whole time. GPU stayed loaded pretty much the whole time. Sometimes you can see the GPU load go down if there's thermal throttling going on. But overall, really good, clean, heavy dust, and poor previous care. I don't know if there's any previous care, to be honest. It was probably just sitting in a GPU. But overall, the card was rock solid. No thermal pads to replace. So that was nice, which made it really quick, 25 minutes. And then, yeah, 3 out of 10, mainly because of all the dust just underneath the fan shroud. It says not giveaway ready. We are going to give away this card. 4 gigabytes of VRAM is sufficient in my mind. If you're playing like older esports at 1080p, this card should be able to handle it. It's not like going to be amazing, but overall, pretty good shape. Look at the leaderboards here. One of the lowest scores, unfortunately. One of the lowest FPSs. One of the best temp drops, though, 9 degrees. So we've got 2 cards that did better than that, but it's up there. Best core temp drop, and oldest GPU, so it's one of the older GPUs that we've done. Best value is just kind of middle of the pack. And, oh, number 2 for biggest core temp drop, so that's actually pretty good for average. For peak, it was number 3. So yeah, that's it for this card. I will have the full cleaning out tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that if you want to see this card get cleaned. And then we'll do the speed cleaning on Friday, so you'll see that get released at noon Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in seeing just this card get torn down, scrubbed down, and then put back together, we have that covered in the next 2 videos over the next 2 days. So thanks for watching this episode of Dusty Fans, and I'll see you in the next one.